Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 100th episode of Stats That Exist But Do Not Matter. Fire off the firecrackers, the party poppers. We're 100 years old at this series. You gotta love it. Today, we're brought to you by the DraftKings Sportsbook, and we are talking about none other than the World Baseball Classic. Baseball is right around the corner. It's sneaking up on us with spring training underway, and the World Baseball Classic is coming. So why don't we talk about some interesting stats from it that may matter. We're kind of breaking the rules there a little bit. We're talking about the longevity of pitchers who participate in the WBC. Do guys that throw in the WBC end up throwing fewer innings than their career average in the regular season that follows? We looked at 54 MLB pitchers that participated in the 2017 World Baseball Classic. That's the most recent one, and it features our very own Peter Moylan of Australia. The average workload for a pitcher that participated in that WBC was 3.9 innings pitched. We're going to round that up to 4 innings pitched. That's about average, except there are two extremities to this. And these guys had very memorable performances in that WBC. That's Marcus Stroman, who was pitching for Team USA and won MVP, and Seth Lugo, who threw 15 innings for Team Puerto Rico. These guys had intense workloads compared to everybody else. For reference, Stroman and Lugo threw over 15 innings. No other pitcher threw more than 9 innings that was playing in MLB that season. That just goes to show how much these guys cared about the WBC, and it's really discouraging when you see stuff like Clayton Kershaw having to pull out for Team USA, because these guys really want the opportunity to play for their country. The WBC only comes around every half decade or so. It's a big deal to a lot of these guys, especially those two pitchers. And this year, Stroman and Lugo are going to be playing for the same team. They're both on Team Puerto Rico this time. When we take into account everyone that pitched in the WBC that played in MLB that year, pitchers threw 26 fewer innings than their career 162 game average. That's a lot of innings missing. Now, some of these are extremities like injuries and stuff like that, but for some pitchers, you can directly account their WBC workload to how much they didn't pitch in the ensuing season, like Jose Quintana, who pitched for Team Colombia. He threw 5 2/3 innings for them, and then in the regular season, he was down minus 5.8 innings from his regular 162 game allotment. So 5 innings in the WBC, 5 less innings in the regular season. Whereas a guy like Edinson Volquez, who threw 8 innings for Team DR, ended up getting injured halfway through the season, only threw 92 innings, so we can't really use him for this data. I know what you're all wondering, though. How did Peter Moylan do? Well, he threw 2 shutout innings for Team Australia and was 2 innings above his 162 game average for innings pitched that season, so Peter did not mind the workload. He's got that dog in him. But a guy like Tanner Roark, who threw 5 1/3 innings for Team USA, was 9.9, let's round that up to 10, less innings than his 162 game average. So it really varies depending on age, health, and how much you threw in the WBC. Will it be an issue for the pitchers that are going to throw this year? Probably, and that's why a lot of teams are having their players pull out. But at the same time, I'm still very excited for the World Baseball Classic, and it should be a very competitive tournament between some really good teams. And I bet you if your favorite pitcher is pitching early in the season in these high-impact games, they're going to get amped up and have a great regular season and onward, and you should place some bets on them with the DraftKings Sportsbook, the sponsor for today's episode. Guys, all new customers should head to DraftKings right now, use promo code STATS, and put at least $5 on any pregame money line for any basketball game, and you'll receive an additional $150 in bonus bets if your bet cashes. Take that bonus bet money, put it on some same-game parlays, combine some bets like which team will score first, who's leading at halftime, and if you cash out on that, you'll get even bigger winnings. It's a great deal. Download their free and easy-to-use app now. New customers use promo code STATS, STATS, bet $5 on a pregame money line for basketball, and get $150 in bonus bets if that bet wins. Promo code STATS only at the DraftKings Sportsbook. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details. And guys, thank you for tuning into this series for 100 episodes. I was so happy to take this thing over when I first got the nod from Jimmy, and I'm hoping that we get 100 more episodes, maybe even 1,000 more episodes. But until next time, this has been Stats That Exist But Do Not Matter. Happy 100 to all you guys at home.